Nearfest 2013. It looks like we're going to have something very unusual this time. There is virtually no chance of rain. Now I hope by saying that it doesn't start pouring on me right now, but it looks like there's almost no chance of rain. We did have a backdoor cold front come in last night, so it's a little bit cooler. Temperature's about 55 degrees. So it's going to be a little bit cool today, but the sun should help us warm up. So I hope you like what you see today at Nearfest. It should be a pretty good day. Hopefully there'll be a lot of bargains. And if you're watching this and you did not come, shame on you. You ought to be here. This is where all the hams come to enjoy themselves, at least in the New England area. So let's go see what's happening at Nearfest today.
Bienvenue au Nearfest de 2013. Mon nom est Robert Sondac, VE2 ASL, et je suis de Montréal, Québec.
Norman, 2GKM from White Plains, New York.
And what time did you get up here today?
7:15.
Oh, that's not too bad, but why come up here at this time when if you come in at 9 o'clock, you just wait 15 or 20 minutes and you're in?
This way we get in the line to get in to get a good selling space.
Oh, okay, all right.
We have our favorites picked out.
Okay, now you are?
I'm Bill Polhamus. I'm from Rochester, New York.
Now, you didn't come together with these other guys?
I came with Doug, the fellow on the right.
Okay. And what time did you get here?
Around 8:30.
Oh, that's not, you just got here?
Yeah, I've been here 10 minutes.
So how come you're not way back over there at the end of that line?
Because we're prepaid and basically, as Norm said, we want to get a good selling space and get in quickly to get the good deals before they're snapped up.
Well, you can't only walk around so quickly though, correct?
Yeah, good exercise.
Yeah, that's true. And you are?
Doug Carrig.
And you came, where did you came from?
Milford, Massachusetts.
Oh, you didn't come that far?
Yeah.
And what time did you get here?
8:30.
It's Scott, N1CX. So yesterday I come in, I drive around two places, all the way around this place. I can't find any place to park, okay? I end up parking right here. I got the worst spot in the whole place. I'm at the end of the world. Nobody wants to walk down here. All day we saw it. And finally this guy next to me pulls in at 4 o'clock and he becomes the end of the world. So out of desperation last night, we tried to get people to come down here. Two girls walked by, and I got an idea that we were laughing about. We wanted someone to draw chalk lines with arrows to bring them down here.
That's what that is.
That's what that is. So anyways.
You need to say
hold
this
on.
way for the
Hold
good
on.
stuff.
I says to the girl, I says, I'll give you $10 if you do something for me. It'll take 2 minutes. You'll laugh. And I says, you'll get a good chuckle. So I turn around and I realized there was two girls standing there, and I said, I can't leave one of them out. So I handed them both $10, and I said, look, I'll give you the money before you even do it. I didn't even tell them what I wanted them to do. I says, I'll give you $10. I said, if you wanted to right now, you could walk away and not even do it. And I says, here you go. So I says, what I want you to do, I gave them a piece of chalk. They had a whole bucket of chalk over here. I gave him a piece of chalk and I said, go down to the intersection and write good stuff in big letters and draw a line with arrows all the way to our booth, right? Well, don't you know we got 8 customers last night that followed that line to our booth, right? It was the funniest thing. So if you look on the ground over there at the next booth, the guy laid down on the ground, and we drew an outline of his body, as if that's the guy that missed all the good deals. He died on that spot, so
Okay.
it was funny.
Okay, I see a sign on the ground that says great stuff. Now before I talk about that, can you give me your name and where you're from?
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm from Foxborough.
And I'm Shannon. I'm also from Foxborough.
Okay, and why are you here today?
Well, we came down with my dad. This is my friend. And my dad owns a radio station, so...
Oh, he owns a broadcast station?
Yeah.
What station does he own?
I'm not sure it's called.
You're not sure, and your father owns a station?
Well, it's the pirate ship one.
Oh, it's WBCN.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Or the pirate. Yeah, I know which one that is. Now, you wrote this thing that says great stuff. How did that happen?
Well, we were walking by this station over there, and they asked us if we wanted to write.
And
we got paid to do it.
Okay, you're gonna have to speak a little louder. You got paid to do it?
Yeah.
How much did you get paid?
$10 each.
$10 each?
Yeah.
You got paid $10 each?
Yeah.
To do that. And how long did it take you to do that?
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 10 minutes.
Oh, that wasn't a bad deal. Now you've had a chance to walk around here and see hams. What do you think of hams?
Everyone's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Were you bored at all? I mean, how old are you each?
14.
14.
14. Well,
I am Bruce Befford, N1RX from Newport, New Hampshire.
and can you tell us what this actually is?
Sure, what we have here is a solid-state amplifier made with Type 46 tubes, the power supply, and this was designed on the classic breadboard style. You have an set of input terminals over here, power supply comes in on this side. There's tuning and neutralization for the tubes. This would be connected to a crystal oscillator or a VFO to provide your signal source. And it's an amplifier that would boost your signal up to 10 to 20 watts. And you have coils to plug in for changing bands, 80 meters and 40 meter coils. You put in your oscillator here, apply power to the tubes, let them warm up, tune everything for the frequency of interest, and as we say, the music comes in here from the CW key, goes round and round, and comes out here.
And where did this come from?
This was built by Ed McCarthy, W1YT.
And why did he build it?
He built it because he loved the magic of radio. He's a merchant marine operator during World War II, has been homebrewing equipment for years, and took this on as something he enjoyed doing.
George, K1ANX.
And I understood you helped somebody put up a tent yesterday. Were there any issues in putting up this tent?
He was using the wrong tower.
Did he seem to be totally incompetent?
No, sir. It was just too cold.
What were the issues in putting up this tent?
We didn't have enough help.
How long? Normally it takes one person about 10 minutes to put the tent up. How long did it take you to put this tent up?
The three of us, we did it in 2 minutes.
Now let's try the truth. How long did it
All three of us were incompetent. We're lucky we got it up, right?
You represent who?
Okay, I'm with the W1 Incoming Bureau. So this is where all of the hams in the New England area receive their cards. So we get the cards from all the countries in big boxes, and then we have a staff of about 50 people, volunteers, that take those cards, sort them out, and then send them out to the individual hams.
And your call is?
Kilo Victor 1 Juliet, KV1J, Eric.
Eric. And does someone have to be a member of the ARRL to get the cards?
Not for the Incoming Bureau. So it can be anybody. But what we do is we have people send us a small amount of money, say $5, and we use that to cover the cost of mailing the cards to them. So if you get 2 ounces of cards, it'd be like 66 cents we would deduct. And then we deduct 10 cents to cover the envelope. When we get them in, if somebody has at least 5 cards, then we send them out to them. If they haven't had a shipment in about a year and they only have a couple cards, then we send it to them. And the sorters themselves only get the cards about every 2.5 months. So they get batches of cards from me or Dennis and I, the co-manager.
What's the oldest card you've ever seen?
Oh, I've seen some 70s.
And coming in now?
Well, coming in 80s.
Okay.
Coming in, yeah.
80s coming in now?
Yeah, every once in a while. Every once in a while, yeah.
What's the biggest, largest number of cards you think you've ever sent to any one person at a time?
Well, we send them a priority box, so that would be maybe 700 cards or something.
Someone received 700 cards?
Contest groups.
Okay, do hams eat any different than anybody else?
They eat just as much, if not more. They eat all the good stuff. The sausage, steak, burgers, dogs. We do breakfast for them on Saturday morning, breakfast sandwiches, onion rings, chicken tenders, french fries, and all the good stuff. They never stop.
It sounds like a lot of fried food. I guess you don't do much in the way of health food.
Everything's healthy. Low cholesterol.
Okay.
No, it's all either fried or grilled. Yep.
Right, fried or grilled.
Yep.
The hams, are they're not that much different though than any other group, or how do they compare?
Well, they're a different breed. Of course they are, with their stories and tales they tell. You know, it's not like you get at a county fair with people talking about their farms and their crops. Here they're talking about their licensing and their antennas and talking overseas. And just their groups and whoever they had, they talk around the world.
You are?
I'm Bruce Befford, N1RX with the New England QRP Club.
And what are you showing us today?
Today what we have here is a transceiver, a solid-state dual-band transceiver designed by Steve Weber, KD1JV of Randolph, New Hampshire. And he designs and sells these kits to the amateur community, typically in small batches, 100 to 200 or so. This is his latest, called the Mountain Topper Radio. This is a dual-band transceiver for 20 meters and 40 meters. Direct digital synthesis covers the entire range of each band and is built by the individual operator. He's designed them to be small and lightweight, typically carried on hiking trips and mountaintop expeditions. This is the evolution of what he calls his AT series, the Appalachian Trail Sprint radios. He designed these because he's a through hiker on the Appalachian Trail, wants to carry a small lightweight radio. So this is designed to be small enough to be built inside a mint tin, typically an Altoids tin. I haven't put a label on this one yet, but this particular one has 3 slide switches to select which of 2 bands you want to be on. It'll announce in Morse code in the headphones what frequency you're operating on. It'll also display on the digital display. The whole thing weighs about 2 ounces. On 12 volts, produces 5 watts out. On 9 volts, produces 2 to 3 watts out.
I don't normally do editorials at Nearfest, but I saw something today that was rather shocking. I saw a man leave a very important item, and he got about 300 feet away from him, and it didn't even seem to concern him. That really kind of surprised me. Well, was it a flex radio? Was it a handheld? Was it a walkie-talkie? I guess that is a handheld. Was it an expensive ICOM radio? Was it expensive Yaesu radio? No, it was none of those. He left his child behind. I saw his child. She was looking for her father, and her father had gone or had walked away. Now, sometimes these things do happen, but the father had been separated from the child now for about, I'm guessing at least 5 minutes. The child was a little precocious, and she was kind of running around looking for her dad, but she wasn't all that upset, because apparently this had happened before. But when she found her dad, about 300 feet away, I figured the dad would be sighing a big sigh of relief, but he couldn't have cared less, because he was looking at an ICOM Pro 3, and that was what was important to him. Well, I have words for that, but I can't use it on Nearfest, but they begin with the letters AH.
Get a couple ways. which the acronym is Obama. So I want you to say hello to the, no political comments here. I want you to thank our official Nearfest Obama station from the Waltham Repeater for making the announcements for us. It saves me having to do it because I don't like to talk about the hamfest like on the air because, you know, I'd be doing it all the time and we just wanted to spend time playing ham radio too and having a good time. The Deerfield Fair Association, back in 2007 when I started this idea of doing this hamfest. And just to go, you know, without telling a whole big story, you know, today Larry DeMoore and Richard Geschwiner and I are superintendents of communications at the fair. And we work at the fair, and we do a good job for them because we want to do a good job and they want them to be happy, so they'll let us come back to do the hamfest. And all that is thank you to Cheryl. So I wanted to have Cheryl come here today. Cheryl is no longer president. The election in December, they elected a new president, but you know, you're president how long?
8 years.
8 years. And so what we wanted to say to Cheryl is that this year, the lifetime pass to Nearfest goes to Cheryl Baldick, President Emeritus of the Deerfield Fair Association. So there you go, Cheryl. Thank you so much.
Asked for it. Now, as you all know, we have a veritable plethora of volunteers that help us run this event, and they do a lot of work. From inside the commercial buildings and putting out signs and doing whatever it is that needs to be done. And we want to thank every one of them. We do a dinner, sort of barbecue, on Thursday night for all the volunteers that can be here. So that's part of our goodwill towards thanking our volunteers. But we always like to make sure that they are well recognized. So please, give them all a hand for a very good job.
We only give one lifetime pass per event, but sometimes circumstances warrant changing that policy. So I want to present another one to somebody who has really helped the hobby a great deal for many years in ways that some people may not think is too appropriate, but that's too bad because everybody's entitled to their opinions. Isn't that right, Bert?
It is.
Everybody is entitled to their opinions. And this is Bert Fisher. His call is K1OYK. And a lot of you know who he is. And you've seen his videos and his postings online. Well, for now 7 years, Bert has been making videos of Nearfest and putting them on YouTube. You've all seen them. They're great because they really let people know what kind of fun we have at this place. And we'd like to thank Bert. Come on up. So now Bert, we want to thank you for all your videos, and now you are too a lifetime pass holder. But I don't have to send it to you every 6 months. Okay, long time. Okay, so is there any other business before the hamfest, before we do the prize drawing? Okay, let's just get another thank you for the volunteers. Guys like Larry, N1PHP, John, K1JJS, we got the official Obama station over there, John, KB1F2G, we've got, where's Timmy? I don't see Timmy. Where's the Tron? Timmy, for all your help. Richard, Jim, come on over.
Jim, man.
Come over and say hello. Take a round of applause here. This is Warren Ellie, W1GUD from Florida. And you may have seen the articles in the Union Leader and in on WMUR yesterday. How many saw those? Yeah. Well, you guys don't read the paper. Well, it's there. And we've got Patty over there.
Yeah.
Come on up.
That's the toughest job at the hamfest.
Got our head gatekeeper. Boy, I'll tell you, that's a tough job. Larry, John, come on out here.
She's up to the task.
Who else is here? We got a few of the guys who's hiding over there, just scanning the horizon. I don't see everybody here. Well, what the hell? You all want to go home?
Yes.
We're all here. Let's hear a round of applause for everybody that makes this hamfest. And Polly, of course. How could we forget Polly? And Mike K1TWF, even Brent King over there, one of the heroes of Deerfield from #1.
we're all here. We'll all be here in October, hopefully. We hope to see you all here too. So now, without further ado, turn the microphonium over to the Tron. Let him officiate over the drawing of the Grand Qrp Prize, which is a K3.
The K3. I see we have two microphoniums which are taped together for fake stereo. Nearfest XIII. Man, can't believe the weather. It's a 10 out of 10 scale day. This one gets very high marks. Well, let's have a national Nearfester draw for the K3. Want to spin the barrel?
Make sure that thing doesn't dump.
I know, yeah, I know.
Grab that hand, give it a crank.
Let me make sure that this is on here.
Make sure the tape's on so things don't go flying. I think we need a little bit of lubricating oil on that.
I think so.
She's a little squeaky. Okay, yeah. Reach in there. Grab one out. And
Just for the K3?
Just for the K3? Remember that $100 bill I gave you?
Rob, this is a seal fender, N1NUG.
Are you Bob? You're N1NUG. Stand by for an important phone call.
Sit down.
You are the winner of our Nearfester Grand Prize.
Where does he live? Did you hear that?
I'll repeat it again.
You are the winner of our Nearfester Grand Prize.
At Nearfest, I got these mics at Nearfest, and I hooked them all up in parallel and then hooked them to the camera so that you could hear me. I figured if I hooked them in parallel, I would get maximum audio. I hope you've enjoyed watching Nearfest and being here and seeing all the different types of things that we have. So here's one for you and one for you, and well, you get the idea. So we'll see you in the fall.
Remember, the inmates are now running the asylum.